The city is still. I'm from the city is still.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Picking Apart the Hobby, where me and my homeboys talk about the latest and the greatest in this hobby that we all love so dearly. As you guys can see, the panel's looking a little different today. We are down one man in Hot Hands Hoshik, but where we are down one, we have gained another in the homie Slab It Up. This is Drew.
What's up, everybody?
Give everybody a quick rundown of your YouTube channel.
YouTube channel is Slab It Up. If you just type in Slab It Up with the spaces, it should pop up. It's somewhere around like 100 subscribers. Yeah, small channel. I haven't put anything out in a while, but it's just we've been so busy as a company, and I'm a slacker right now. But yeah, I certainly would appreciate a follow, and there will be content to come. Thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. Right underneath Drew, we got my man Chef Martete.
What's up?
You guys know him from all of the videos with the insane amount of wax that he rips and all of those good things. But you guys can go follow him. I got his IG scrolling along the bottom, and he may not know this yet, but I may have him filming a reveal video tomorrow as well. So you might get a little 2-for-1 special from the office. And then right below me, we got my guy Gate City Paul. You are not following him yet. He has a YouTube channel by the exact same name, Gate City Paul. Make sure you check him out as well. Paul, do you want to tell anybody about your channel?
It's a channel that rarely posts videos. How about that? I'm trying to find a group with everything going on with joining the company, still running the eBay, Amazon business, and full-time job and stuff like that. So it's kind of threading the needle to try to find time to make videos, but I'm trying.
Yeah,
I had videos recorded. I just haven't edited them yet.
Nice. I actually have a bunch recorded too that I need to edit. Gonna give a quick shout out to a few people in the chat. What is going on, Tally? Good to see you, my man. How's that Niners gang rolling, man? Got the breaks in the house. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you being here, and always appreciate your awesome feedback in the comment sections. Steven, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Mr. Break says, "Are you in Alabama, Marty?" He just looks like he's from Alabama. But no, he's
just
actually
ruggedly unshaved and unkempt right now. Too much work. I don't have time to get a haircut.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
I actually just got one the other day. I got like roped into it like with my nephew. Like I was out and about.
Got like 5 hairs, man. It can't take that long to cut.
I mean, it took longer than you would expect because I had to like wait like behind like all these online check-ins and stuff. We got Grunt Dad in the house. What is going on, my guy? He says, "What is up, fellas? Good to see those TGT hats on full display." Absolutely. We should actually do a giveaway on one of those. So why don't we do that by the end of this episode? We'll give away a TGT hat, so that way, like one of you guys can be sporting it out about. So we'll figure that out by the end of the episode how we're going to do that. And
I'll throw in a slab too. I think I've got got something to give away here, I'm sure.
So here's what we're going to do just to make it easy, and then this way, like no one can say we cheated. We'll have, after this video is over, just leave any comment on this one. That'll be for the hat. And then if you go over to Drew's Slab It Up channel, just leave any comment there. That'll be for his Joe Burrow slab. Yeah. And that's an acetate too.
It is acetate with acetate label. Yep, sure is. And we'll throw in the this is 3D print, 3D.
Yep.
Awesome. Really cool. Yeah, these things are great. So yep, we'll give that away tonight.
Yep. So we'll give that away by the end of the episode, guys. Just go and comment on. I guess we'll grab a link from your channel for them to go check you out, and then
for sure. And hit subscribe while you're there. I would greatly appreciate it if you haven't already.
For sure. Moneybound M, what is up, my guy? Good to see you, brother. Tommy in the house, the bargain effect. Good to see you, man. Yeah, man, everything is great, brother. I'm hoping that sometime in 22 I'll be able to make it over to Wisconsin to see you, man. So that is still the plan. Big shout out to Destiny as well. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Good Jonathan in the house. Good to see you. Good night, my man. Appreciate you being here. So yeah, definitely really appreciate everyone being here today. We got a big week. Been just chugging through production. The good chef processed a crap ton of cards for you guys today. Like if any of you guys were a newer order, he was straight up going Ginsu upon the processing pile today. So made a lot of good progress. Any updates from the land of encapsulation, Marty?
Kind of as soon as I get more labels, I'll be slabbing them. Not much else to it, man.
Nice.
I know we have a lot that will be coming up.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Art? Good to see you, brother. Possibly we're still kind of that's kind of up in the air. We were thinking about maybe doing something around the holidays, but that's kind of tentative right now. So we'll definitely play that by ear. If there is, it'll definitely be announced here on the channel. And also we have a Facebook page too. If you look in the description of this video, there should be like a link to it somewhere. But I always put that information in there as well. Oh, you got some dirty rice coming off the stove. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, you get you some, man.
I had some of that. That's what I had for dinner.
Nice. Who knew that the card collecting community was such a fan of dirty rice? You learn something new every day.
I made it myself too.
Nice. So this weekend, guys, is a big weekend for us. I know we have Wilmington coming up, which is going to be awesome. It's my first time going to Wilmington. You've been to Wilmington before, right, Paul?
Many times.
Mm-hmm. So what can you tell us about like the city, like in regards to like what we?
Their two biggest claims to fame is the scene in Iron Man 3 where he drops all the people in the water. That was made in Wilmington, right there in the Intercoastal Waterway. And then, if you were a fan of Dawson's Creek, that is where that TV show was shot. So
nice. I need to go get me some Joshua Jackson photo ops.
Matter of fact, I think you can even. Don't quote me on this, but I think you can tour the house. I think you can.
Nice.
So, and then also too, that's right. I forgot. The Conjuring was shot there too. There was a house there where The Conjuring was shot at. Not the house where it was shot at. The house where the husband and wife like kept all the stuff from the movie or from the exorcisms. Those scenes were shot in a house in Wilmington.
That's awesome.
So it's a big kind of movie town. They got a big battleship that they spend all their money on trying to keep up and. They've restored it, but of course, it deteriorates over time. So they're always raising money to keep this big battleship. It's actually a really cool attraction. So
nice.
It's a college town. The University of Wilmington is there. They're I believe the Seahawks or are they the Seahawks? Yeah. So the Seahawks is their mascot. And it's kind of made up of a lot of different beaches, but everybody kind of calls it the Wilmington area. There's like Curry Beach, Carolina Beach, Wrightsville Beach, but they're all part of Wilmington.
I didn't realize it was beachy. I just imagined it to be like middle of the state type of thing. So that's
no, it's right on the coast. So
that's awesome. So
real quick, Ant, I don't know how I feel about with you getting all these beach vacations while I'm stuck in 30.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll go back to Virginia Beach anytime.
I know Virginia Beach was awesome. Man.
Can we make that a monthly show?
Well, hopefully this time he got us a double bedroom instead of a single bedroom.
Yeah, it was a little weird spooning. I was the big spoon too, so that was
a month or two ago.
No, we had a great time though. We had a really, really good time. Beautiful scenery, man. I mean, Virginia Beach was just a beautiful town in general, and I hope Wilmington's the same for you. Paul, are you going to Wilmington?
Yeah, I'll be in Wilmington.
Cool, man. Hope you guys have a great time and success, of course.
Paul's the North Carolina boy, so for him to hop in the car,
Yeah.
It's
That's
it's a 3.5 hour drive, but it's it's an easy 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah. There's boring ones, and then there's like ones you really don't mind. So hopefully it's one of those you don't mind.
Plus, at the end of that 3 hours, you get to see this beautiful face.
Oh man.
I was trying not to think of that.
Uh,
I actually have a ton of friends there. I told a couple of them that I was going to be in town, so
Nice.
we might have a little shindig to go to Friday night, Anthony. I'm not 100% on that yet, but
Yeah.
just don't miss that show.
We got to tear up that local scene there at Wilmington.
Roll in about 2:00 to the card show. We're here, guys. Yeah. Long night.
Dude, I mean, if Ric Flair could roll through the North Carolinas, styling and profiling as only he can, I'm pretty sure TGT can live up to that.
Yeah. Before we get off, Anthony, I need a big woo from you.
Woo! Yeah. So
yeah.
have you experienced Wilmington's card scene yet by chance? Or is this going to be like your first like Wilmington show?
well, it's the same guy that did the Jacksonville show, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so it's going to be kind of hopefully the same thing.
Mhm.
So if you've got I don't know if you got anything from the Jacksonville show that's ready to go, you might just bring it with you because you might see some of them people there.
I think almost all of Jacksonville's out. Like the only one that's like probably not is the T206s because we had to get special cases for them.
Right. Okay.
The rest of Jacksonville's pretty much out. But if it wasn't, I would just bring it. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. How far is Jacksonville from?
At 40 minutes, hour. It's not that very far.
Yeah, I highly recommend anybody that's in that North Carolina area connect. His name's Tom. I want to say Hatchell's his last name. Really awesome guy. He organizes several shows in the area. He's even the guy that hooked us up with Russell over in Virginia Beach. So really great guy in the hobby. Highly recommend connecting with any of his shows. Really, really cool dude. But yeah, that's the show we're going to be at this weekend. Really looking forward to it. Me and Paul will be there with a live stream. So just kind of like me and Drew had a couple weeks ago in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Me and Paul will be live at the booth taking submissions. And if I have time, I'll go around and show you a little bit of the show too. But that'll be all dependent on time or whatnot. Moneybound says, will TGT be at the Dallas Card Show in January? Not sure yet. Very tentative on Dallas right now, just because last time we hit Dallas, it was like a tidal wave. I want to say I would love to be there, but I'm just not entirely sure we're going to be there that soon. We'll definitely be in Dallas multiple times in 2022. Just not quite sure on January yet because there's some other really big shows that we've kind of already agreed to. Like I believe we're going to Las Vegas in January, and there's also talk of us going to Atlanta right now. So those are the two that are kind of like in our like vision for that time frame. We will be at another show though later on, myself and Paul in Raleigh. 2 weeks from now, or is it next week, Paul? Right after this one.
I believe that one is. Let me look at the calendar real quick. I believe that's the
2 weeks. Okay,
it's the week after, or the 17th.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Is that the same group of people?
No,
this
is
on the show?
No, this is a guy named Mike. He's Tidewater collectibles and shows. He does shows all over North, South, and Virginia. North to South Carolina and Virginia. So really, really super cool guy. Really good promoter. He will promote. He doesn't care if it's not his show or not. He'll promote your show, even if it's on the same weekend as his. It's just a super, super nice guy.
That's a hobby guy. That's what TGT prides itself on, is that we're all hobby guys. We want to look out for the hobby, and
Absolutely.
with like integrity and not stepping on other people's toes to make money no matter what. It's like
he comes. I want to say
that's awesome.
He's a big guy. He looks a little intimidating, but I went right up to him and I said, "Hey, I'm with Transparent Grading Team. I'd like to inquire about maybe having a booth at a couple of your shows or something like that." And he looked at me. He's like, all right, cool. Give me some information. And like him and I've been kind of talking ever since. He's a super nice guy.
Awesome.
Moneybound, that's awesome, brother. If you do go to Atlanta, hit me up because I would love to, at the very least, get together and hang out. If not, you come hang out at the booth with us or do whatever, man.
Yeah, I love Atlanta. Mark me down on that Atlanta show.
And I know a guy that could get
me too. It's only 5 hours from me.
Yeah, it's 4.5.
We all crash at Marty's dad's house. Big Marty! Yeah, let's take over, Tally. That's what I'm talking about, brother. You got room for Tally out there too?
Yeah, when we going to Hawaii, boys?
It's on the list, bro. Like it's totally on the list. I'm gonna leave that up to Tally. So actually,
how big's your house, Tally?
Connecticut is like literally on the agenda because I got like my passport stuff right here. I just have been too lazy to send it in.
Marty, hasn't he had that passport information for like 3 months?
I've literally dude, I got it when you came and stayed at my house. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, 3 months. That was
for like 3 months, yeah.
That tells you how busy the man's been.
It's been insane, man.
Everybody, been sick, been busy. I mean, not a day goes by that we don't all have 10 hours of work on our plates to get to meet demands. I mean, it's business is crazy. And that's why he's saying about Dallas, you go to Dallas and you get 1,000 cards in, it's hard to promise people 30 to 35 business days and make that. We came
real close last time we hit Dallas.
We did. And it was our first one in Dallas. We didn't know what to expect, but it was, and to be honest, we didn't have a very good table. We were like tucked in the back and did that. I mean, imagine if we'd have been out in that main hallway. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We would have had to hire 5 people. Just help, please. Just
absolutely.
Yeah, but it was a great show, and everybody was awesome there. We haven't been to a show yet that people weren't super cool and loved having us, and we love being there.
Absolutely, that's been one of the best things. Like
it really
the partnerships we're building all over the country is like, I think something that's going to really set us apart from like grading company X, Y, or Z. It's like, well, who are you? It's like everybody knows Transparent Grading Team because like we are in the circuits that most of the avid collectors or like the who's who of the hobby, like we bump shoulders with them because we're at the same places.
Yeah.
As opposed to some, other like newer, like not throwing shade on anybody, but like we believe firmly in like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it to the fullest of our ability. Speaking of the fullest of our ability, I know a guy who's been just killing the game, grading stuff, and his name's Mike Gentilly, and he's in the chat. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Him and I were zooming earlier today. He was helping me out with some stuff I was struggling with. So super nice guy.
Heck yeah.
Mike, did you get those that were sent out to you? Did they get sent out, Anthony?
I believe. I'm pretty sure I stuffed them in the last box he had, unless they're being held for the next one. I don't know. That would be more of a you question. The shipping part is me, but like the when it gets shipped part is you.
Touche.
So, but yeah. So I guess we could kind of go into another segment where we talk about kind of comments and stuff we've had throughout the week. So this week has been like a heavy week where like literally I've just been releasing like all of these like reveal videos I had like from GMA and this whole week's pretty much been CSG. And like I had so many comments come through like, oh my God, is like TGT okay? Like, well, you're doing other companies? Like what's going on? So I just figured it would be like, because I had enough people ask that it'd be something that would be worth addressing. So it's kind of like a twofold reason that I've sent to these other companies. The first reason was I sent these like months and months ago before TGT was like even really a thing yet. And it just happened that we started a company that became successful and turned over many other people's orders in the time that they were working on mine. So it finally came back in. So as it came back in, I was like, you know what? I might as well put it out there. And, because obviously we do sell those other slabs. Because one thing that we've committed to, like at least myself, Marty, and Drew, Gate City's in the clear because he's not an owner of TGT. We've agreed to not sell TGT slabs. So any slabs that we ever get from TGT is PC, and we've held ourselves to like a higher standard that we want to keep the brand above reproach, because like, for example, like you could be like, oh, well, you just give yourself tens because you know what I mean, you want to get a higher dollar on the market. So rather than ever putting ourselves in any kind of like question, we've just agreed up front before we even started the company that we would never flip TGT slabs.
Yeah.
So anything you ever see us get's a PC card, and it's basically with us forever, or we give it
Or
to
promos, giveaways. We do that a lot. And you and Marty have both donated thousands of dollars.
Marty more so than me, but yeah.
Yep. Chef is a generous guy.
Get Genesis, man, that killed me.
Oh, Emmett Smith Genesis, that was a big one.
He did get the Jets. Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, I just thought I would. It's actually the opposite, because one guy was like, "Did TGT close?" And I'm like, "No, dude. Like, we're like actually like got our jet propellers on. Like, we're growing. Like." Which actually leads me to Moneybound's question: is TGT still hiring? Yes, we still are, man. We're looking for virtual graders.
Chris must have heard Connecticut brought up.
And virtual graders, because he's
virtual graders, and there he is.
One of them newbies. So yes, Moneybound, we are still hiring virtual graders. We're also trying to hire some people to work our office, and like can't really talk a whole lot about what's happening in the new year, but we are going to be opening up a second location, so we're going to need staff for that too. So we're definitely growing. It's the opposite of not. So so we are still looking for people, and if you're interested, bro, just send us an email. Me and Alan both know you, so you're, you know.
And I'm gonna tag along with something Anthony said. I mean, of course, it's no secret Anthony and I are really super good friends, and again, I don't want to put him or the company in any bad light or bad position. Anything that I get from TGT personally is PC or, you know, or giveaways or gift stuff as well. So I have not sold anything. I've had offers on. I've showed our slabs at some local shows and had offers on it. And yeah, who would know? It's local. It's not being put out there, but still, it's integrity. You know, because we also don't want the thing of, well, you know, Anthony just gives his slabs to Paul to sell. No, that's not going to happen either. You know, that this is a company that we're trying to build to have integrity, put integrity, I don't want to say back into the hobby, but, you know, bring some from this company at least.
Here's the beautiful thing: why Anthony could never just give his slabs to Paul to sell. Jerome Bettis. Isaac Okoro. Arius Garland, like Kyrie Irving, like these are never coming to Paul to sell.
Yeah, they're your babies, aren't they?
Oh my god, like it's gonna be hard to not be buried with my like Anderson Varejals and like this right here is just Cavaliers and
I'll tell you, I think I did probably over the weekend. I think I did probably 5 Varejals and probably 10 Okoras. And I'm sick and tired looking at Varejals and Okoras.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, Mike's calling for it. Oh, the ladies are clamoring.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for no reason, I just have that picture stored.
I would love to have his hair for like a week, a day, you know, just.
So would I, dude. Me and you have pretty much the same haircut. So.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yep.
Thanks, Dad.
Yep. True that.
Not you,
That's
Dad,
awesome.
Marty. Your father.
So one thing I did hear through the grapevine, and to even give credit where I heard it, here's a little ad I saw on the internet, but rumor has it PSA is getting ready to open up regular service in the next few days. A, do we think this is going to happen? And B, what do you think the price is going to be when it does hit regular service?
One, I don't think it's going to happen before the end of the year. And 2, it is not going to be below $50.
I would say I would agree. I think it'll probably be right around the first or second week of January, and I think it'll be $75 a submission for any card.
One thing I'm looking at, it says that it will be on a limited basis. So right away, that pretty much means bulk submissions. Probably not going to happen right now.
Yeah. I'd say they cap it at 3.
And I would put it past them to say that we're only would they like it would be something like we're only accept ultra modern or cards from this era or cards from that era. I wouldn't put them past them to do that to kind of limit, or non-base or like they're going to put some caveats on it to open it up to stop people from sending in junk wax era baseball or something along that line.
Baker Demboyas, maybe.
Oh my God. I wish I could okay, so I heard through the grapevines and I've never heard.
I just got that, Marty.
So, yeah. So I've heard through the grapevine that you can actually get a hold of PSA and recall stuff that you've sent because of how backlogged they were. But then everybody I asked are like, I don't know, I've never heard of that. Because most of the stuff I've sent, actually all of the stuff I've sent, all went through group submitters, most of it through Everyday Hustle.
Me too.
And I asked him, he was just like, I don't know, man. I was like, well, I really would like to not pay for those Seikus if I could avoid it.
Yeah.
Can I just pay them to destroy the Seikus?
It's
a possibility.
It's worth a phone call either way.
True.
I mean, worst they can do is say, no, we won't do that.
True. Well, yeah, I definitely agree. I don't, if anything this year, I could see December, which would be any day now, since it's the 28th now or something like that. In the range. They might open 29th it is. They might open up but I don't see them anywhere lower than 75 or 50 at the very lowest. I would be shocked, especially when they're still getting people submitting to them at 150.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think at 50, I think they get crushed at $50 a submission. I think it has to be a 75 or $100 to just.
She gets crushed at $30 a submission. So
right.
Imagine when you get an extra 40% resale value on top of that. Of course, they would get crushed for the extra $20 that it would cost. So yeah, I could definitely see them being at the $70-$75 mark as well.
And you got to think about the time too. I mean, you got to think about the time that it's gone. I've had other grading companies that I've sent to that players have had a moment where their cards doubled, tripled, and it's at the grading company for 6 months. And I could have sold those cards during that time. And I see a lot of videos from around the hobby, but one mentions, if you were to go to a company like, SGC at 30 a submission and you get it back within 45 days, which I think they're around 30, but they might have gone to 45 or 50 days. But even if that, an SGC 10 is probably 60-65% of a PSA 10 comp. But when you're paying 150 and 300 to submit, you got to do that math and that time, which way are you better off? Which I think right now there's great value in SGC cards because I think the hobby does change and mold because there was a time in the hobby that Beckett was the only respected grading company, that they were the top dog, especially on autos and stuff like that. And
oh yeah.
I mean, SGC is a very capable company, and I mean, I know we're a new company, but we're certainly as capable as other ones that we just right now it's not enough comps out there. We got to get more slabs on the market. But if we're talking about the big three, SGC seems like a great option right now, in my opinion.
The beautiful thing though is it is something I really love about us, and Marty pointed this out too. The way he knew that TGT was going to make it is just based on the stuff people send, because he's the guy who's literally processes every single card into our system currently. So he sees everything being sent in, and it's the people that were waiting on PSA, they're sending to us. It's not the people that are just looking to go out and flip the GMA type stuff. With nothing against that, I just got back 100+ cards from GMA. You know what I mean? So it's it's the people that were literally sitting on the really good stuff, which is nice. You know what I mean?
I had to have processed no less than 15 to 20 different Pat Mahomes in the last 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Rookies.
Yeah, the submission I'm working on is not, it's not, base stuff. I mean, there's inserts and all kinds of different, but the stuff that, autos, there's a ton. I did a ton of autos over the weekend. So, people are sending us, not bottom of the line, bottom of the barrel. Hey, I just want to get this slab type stuff. I mean, it's desirable stuff.
That's 100%.
The thing we were talking about in a meeting earlier, me and Alan, was the biggest issue we have to getting comps is not like cards selling on eBay. It's that people don't want to get rid of the cards that would get us really nice comps, because it's like, it's such like a personal attachment a lot of people have to the slabs they're getting. Like, you could offer me $500 for this Becky Lynch, and I'm probably keeping the Becky Lynch because I love this card. You know what I mean? Like, it just, you know, it's special to me. It's custom. Like, it was made special just for me, you know? And I think that's the thing that most people are like, well, I would rather have this in like a slab that's like made to my specifications, you know, rather than something that may be a little bit more valuable in the long run. Which, I mean, honestly, here's the thing, like there's a gamble. Like if you're investing merely on resale value, PSA has really only been the king of the industry for like the last 4 or 5 years. Like, mainly, like before that, it was like everybody was going for Beckett's. Like, Beckett's was like the hot commodity, you know, like we were talking about just a few minutes ago. Like, Beckett was the spot. So like, if there was a new company going to overtake PSA, you know what I mean, and you were able to get a lot of their stuff on the cheap, then it wouldn't be a bad idea to invest on some of that on the cheap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, hey, TGT is taking over PSA. They're going to shut down. It's going to be all of us. We're going to be number one. I'm just saying, if you believe, say, SGC is that company to do so, or even BGS comes back with a vengeance after they're done doing whatever the heck they're doing with our cards for the last however long, right? Because they're basically PSA. They're in the same boat, in my opinion, like as far as just being terrible, turning over cards and stuff like that. But whatever company you think is that company, I think there's real arbitrage in investing in their slab right now. You know what I mean? Because if you can get it for, say, use 40% as like a reasonable comp from SGC to PSA, from CSG or whoever, whatever initials you want to, there could be a very, a very good buying opportunity to swoop in and get their stuff, especially while it's low. You know what I mean? Like,
but one of the buzz phrases that's going around that you know I keep hearing over and over again is people reminding themselves to buy the card, not the slab.
Yeah.
And so
but
yes,
don't,
it's great to have a card in a slab or a specific slab or something like that. But that is kind of really catching on, where people are more looking for a card rather than the slab. Which is,
I do that. I mean, slabs can be cracked. I mean, yeah, and like with TGT, and I'm not like, I mean, I know it's a TGT stream, well, it's a Picksburgh stream, but we represent TGT. But man, it's like, if you want to buy our card, buy a slab with with a TGT slab, you literally can take that card and scan that QR code and go and look and see every visible flaw on that card up close and personal. It's not I mean, we spent pretty good money there may be nicer scanners now, but 6 months ago, we got the nicest scanner on the market. And that was to show as clear as possible to the consumer, here's what you're buying. This is what you're getting. And I just, I know we're a small company. Our outreach isn't PSA's outreach or Beckett's outreach, but we're not even a full year, not even close to a full year, 6 months into our venture. And I think everybody would say we're very happy with where we're at and what we've done. But man, it's just like Gate City said, if you're looking just to buy the card, I mean, you can see everything that's right or wrong with that card through our system. And I think it's extremely underrated. I mean, that's just you can't get that from anywhere as far as I know. I mean, where can you go? I mean, yeah, you can get you can get scans on eBay, but the lighting isn't always the best on it. Sometimes there's some scanners that almost put like what looks like a print line on cards. I mean, these are as good, the best scans in my opinion that you can get. So I just think it's a highly underrated tool, a buying tool for the hobby that should catch on. If people really want to, like he said, buy the card, it's in a TGT slab, yes, but we've done the work and done everything you need to know about buying a card, and it's in our database. So I'll just leave it at that. I just think I think it's criminally underrated.
That's the thing. I think people like underrate the process as a whole. Like the thing is, like, we're not just here to like give you cards in a slab like GMA could do that for you. You know, CSG can do that for you. SGC, PSA, whoever can do that for you. Like, we're here to bring transparency that has never been seen before in the hobby.
Yeah.
We're here to bring accountability that has never been enforced before in the hobby. And whether that says TGT or XYZ, that doesn't matter to us. The thing that matters is that PSA is going to take that serious. BGS is going to take that serious. Whoever you're sending your hard-earned money to is going to have to take that serious. You know what I mean? That's why we started this. Not that we would become the next big PSA, because honestly, if we become the next big thing and we run things the way they have run things, we've failed. Like, this whole thing that we're doing was for literally nothing. It was a cash grab if that's the way things happen.
Yeah.
But if we do things in the right way with integrity, and we do the things we say we're going to do, and we do those things, then everybody is going to have to either adapt or change. You know what I mean? Like, how many other grading companies have you seen use the word transparency just since we've launched in any form of PR? Like, I've seen at least 3 other companies use the words transparency in some form of advertisement or PR dealing with some form of thing just since we've launched. And I think it's because, like, literally, like, the hobby has been crying out for something like this, like baby birds, man, like, for the longest time, because, you know what I mean? Like, there should be some kind of explanation as to why after 2 years my card came back a PSA 6 that was like one of my best cards I owned. You know what I mean? Like, there just needs to be some kind of accountability, whether, you know, you're going to do that on the front end or the back end. You know, the nice thing with us is we built it into the front end. So that way, it's fresh in our mind, as we're looking at the card, boom, there you go. This is why you're getting a 6, buddy. Boom, right there. You know, and I can't even, it might've been, shout out to 5-Hole Frank, because he put out a video and he was like, you know what? These guys are making me eat my words, because I never thought that this card would be less than a 10. And then he read the grade scale and he, like, basically matched up, like, verbatim, like, what his card looked like with what we were showing him. And he was like, I'll be damned. This card is a freaking 9. I never in my life would have been able to tell the difference between a 9 and a 10. But now looking at this, I know what to look for, and I'll be able to tell going forward. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Dude, I totally agree with you, Grunt Dad. Honestly, like, right now, buying sports cards it's like, are you trying to buy Kmart's brand or are you trying to buy Levi's? You know what I mean? Because let me be fully honest with you, it's no harder for me to sell this GMA Tom Brady as it is for me to sell this CSG Jamal Murray. It's the exact same level of difficulty, because this is a new company that doesn't have that great a track record. Now, they do have the comic book thing behind them. They are somebody that they're considered one of the big 5 sports card graders. But for me, as somebody who is relying on the income of grading with them to pay the bills at the end of the month, it's no easier for me to sell their card than it is for me to sell this card. The only difference is this one's not allowed on my slabs, which makes no sense to me, being that that's a slab. Last I checked, that I don't get that. Like, so really the only perk going this way over this way is that I could sell this on my slabs, whereas I cannot sell this on there. But this is $4 cheaper per card than this. So that's another thing to weigh. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know about, like, I mean, you guys probably have your cards that are easier and harder to move. But one thing, like, Marty and I have graded a lot with GMA over the years, and, like, we've never had problem with liquidity with the GMA stuff. Now, people talk crap on GMA. Yes. We talk crap on GMA. Yes. But it's not super difficult to move their slab. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, sometimes it's easier to move that because of the like algorithm search results and stuff like that. Like, for example, just eBay alone, like, just trying to find other cards in search, there's a lot more GMAs than, say, even a TGT that's only a few months old, or insert any other company, Revolution Card Grading, or whoever else of the newer batch. You know what I mean? So I don't know. End rant on that, I guess. But you guys noticed, like, any difference, like, in I guess, have you graded with a lot of the newer companies, and have you noticed much of a difference between like moving like one of those and one of like the like more premier non-PSA BGS SGC slabs? Because really,
I know
the only
people
thing I've seen is,
I think every company kind of has their place, at least the way that I've always kind of operated. Whenever I've been trying to sell something, like if I have something that maybe isn't like a higher tier card, but it's still a player or something, like I have no problem sending that to GMA, because at the end of the day, I know that I'll be able to, get a return on it. May not be the highest return, but it's a card that, like, maybe I'm not looking to send a PSA or someone like that. So they do have their place for me.
yeah, you will definitely.
But their grading is just ridiculous. It's really, really tight standards,
Yeah, I was gonna say like what this break said here. CSG, you probably won't see that as much. GMA definitely. Like it's easy to get 10s with GMA. Like they're not bad graders by any stretch, but like it's a lot easier to get 10 with them than it is CSG. CSG, like it's like equivalent to grading with Beckett in my opinion. Like a lot of their curriculum and their grading comes from Beckett because their head graders came from Beckett. So they have that same kind of like strict, really hard to, like, for example, I had multiple 8.5s. I never get below a 9 ever. Like I think before this, I might have had one card that I was sending into flip that ever came back below an 8.5, or I mean below a 9, and like it just never happens because of like, you know what I mean? Like there's a reason I'm able to do this grading because I have a really good eye for it. So, but with CSG, like in one submission, I think I had like 3 come back like an 8.5, and I was like, good Lord.
Yeah.
These boys are tough.
They are.
So Tom said just got about all the slabs except maybe a few others at least. Nice. What's up, man? So as far as collecting and stuff, did you guys see Giannis is now collecting cards?
He's been for a little while from some of the stuff.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Like he's collecting like mainly his own stuff, and like
I was gonna say he should buy his own stuff.
and like his own like teammates and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just thought that was super cool. Like I saw a picture of him like holding up like a prism and then like a select rookie of himself. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's always cool to see a guy like that. And I want to see if I can. Yeah,
I know Alex Bregman from the Houston Astros. He has a YouTube channel, and he breaks wax. He breaks wax on his channel, and he broke like a $15,000 box of National Treasures with his son, or I don't know if it was his son or his buddy, but it was pretty cool to see like athletes collecting,
those Giannis autos, dude. Like I couldn't even imagine. Like this dude probably has over 100,000 just in his autos. That's wild.
He bought his own autos.
Yep. He's got his own logo, man.
At least he'd know how to spot a fake, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I would
hope. Just fix it.
Could you imagine Giannis like, man, I got scammed?
I wonder on eBay. Surely it doesn't say ship to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm sure he has an alias or something.
Yeah,
or maybe a PO box.
I would hope so.
I would too.
But I think that's really cool though. Like whenever you see like somebody collecting like cards of either themselves or like people they know, that kind of
That's
stuff.
like you with wrestling. I mean, you were a professional wrestler for a while, and I heard you say that anyone you've either wrestled or anyone who wrestled at an event that you wrestled at, you'll PC them. Yep. I mean, it's basically the same thing. I mean, just they happen to be in the NBA or NFL or MLB or NHL.
Yep.
Yeah, same feeling though. I just think it probably comes from just passion, what you're passionate about. And, you probably ate, slept, and crapped wrestling, and Giannis eats, sleeps, and craps basketball. And yeah, I mean, just that's cool. I'd probably do the same if I did that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, you got to think how exciting it'd be to be 19 or 20 years old and, holding your own cards with autos. I mean, that'd just be it's kind of like but at the same time, just how hard you work to get there, it's got to feel like some sort of a reward, you know, like, man, I've done it. You know, this is it. People want these and they're not cheap.
Yep. Absolutely. Dude, that's awesome. I didn't know there was a card of Giannis eating Oreos.
That's awesome. Finding the honest card of him eating Oreos. Nice.
Yeah, I know AJ Dillon definitely collects cards. So that'll definitely be a good player to keep an eye out on. There's a baseball player too. He even has a YouTube channel, collects cards. What the heck's his name? He's a pitcher, I believe. Good God, I can't remember his name, but it'll come to me at some point. Oh, that's awesome. This
Trevor Bauer.
Maybe. I can't remember.
There was a retired pitcher who has a channel that he does like high-end breaks and stuff on his YouTube channel.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Bauer's still active.
Yeah, he was definitely a retired guy. I want to say Phil Hughes, maybe. Is it Phil Hughes?
Yeah, I think it's Phil. Yep.
I think what we're seeing now with these.
Yep. Well, that's awesome, man. He does his own packing and shipping. That's what's up.
Nice.
I would love to see Luca just get like obsessed with cards. That'd be dope. Come hang out with the TGT.
But holding the TG, man.
I know. Just, dude, he needs to pull a Kurt Angle is what he needs to do.
Yeah, Phil Hughes. Did you guys say Phil Hughes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
It's Phil Hughes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is really the endorsement we need from Giannis. I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, Kurt Angle loves TGT. I love TGT. We all love TGT. But yeah, I think we need to get a Giannis #TGT rolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Tally and Marty right here for these glorious little pieces of cardboard. Oh.
Wait, was that Kurt Angle holding his TGT?
Yeah, that is Kurt Angle.
Where did that come from?
That was at the Pittsburgh card show he was at.
That is awesome. It's your card, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, at that point, it was Marty's card. It's now my card. But yes.
What did Kurt think about it?
Oh, he loved it, dude. He was all about it.
That's
He
awesome.
thought it was cool that there was a grading company in Pittsburgh because he's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was pretty dope.
That is too cool. I'd love to meet him.
He's a cool dude, man. I remember one time, like, it might have been after high school. What was it, like college time, Marty? One of our boys, like, we used to like always cut up on him, call him names and stuff. So we had Kurt Angle sign like an autographed 8x10 to him, like as like his like one nickname he hated, which was like Nipples. Like we used to just call him Nipples, like getting a rib out of him. So like literally Kurt Angle, like I was like, dude, can you sign that to Nipples? And then Kurt Angle looks at me, he goes, Nipples?
That's hilarious.
Like literally to this day, I bet there's probably still a hit out on me for doing that. Like it was like literally like I showed up, I was like, here, dude, I got you something. And it was like just me being like, just being a dick, like, like that's how we are, we get together, we rib our boys and stuff like that. But like I still get to like one of like going to like one of his heroes and being like, hey, we call this dude like this inside joke nickname.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, Kurt Angle, a man who has come through for your boy on more than one occasion. And that's really the best thing. Like I already have plans for like one day to like have people like pose for like ads with our slabs going like it's Clayne or like something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Just
It's
like
a 10.
The cleanest I've ever seen.
We all need to go to the monster truck and meet some of those drivers with some of their cards.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bam! There you go. right over my head. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Go and meet Gravediggers driver and
Which one? There's like 10 of them.
yeah, you're right. There is. We'll line them all up with TGT slabs and
That's what we need to do.
we'll have them. We'll get a little short 5-second video and say, all right, on 3, we're all going to say it's clean. And 10 Gravedigger drivers go, it's clean. That'd be awesome.
So have you guys picked up anything good this week? I'll start with you, Drew. Any good stuff you're picking up? Or if you haven't picked up anything, is there anything you're looking to pick up?
Yeah.
Without giving it away for somebody to steal your
So can you go to Marty first? Marty, do you know? You tell what you've been picking up?
I will be Me too. I've picked up way more than I
be
probably
right
should
back.
have. Weekly tradition. Now, one cool thing I got is I opened a box of the hybrid or the H2 Classics football. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to open it. It was a pretty good value. It was like $95 for the box. I think it was 10 packs, 8 cards per pack. And I pulled a Najee Harris out of 75. So gotta love that. But I've been really, really targeting Trey Young in basketball and Trevor Lawrence in football. I just think that they're super undervalued right now. Like, I know that Mac Jones is getting all the love in football, but honestly, like, you look at what Trevor Lawrence was set up into. I mean, there could not have been a single worse situation to walk into.
Yeah, true. He did go to Jacksonville.
So I still think his future is super bright. I think they need to get an offensive coordinator that maximizes his skill set better. And obviously the bigger part is the weapons around him are just pathetic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I bought the gold foil press proof Lawrence. I got a blue press proof Lawrence. I got a portrait Lawrence, and I got a graffiti Lawrence.
Nice.
And I can't wait to put every single one of them in a slab.
And dude, weren't you telling me you were getting, like, for example, the blue press proof? Didn't you say you got that for like $17 or something like absurd?
$17 for the blue press proof, $12 for the portrait. The graffiti was under $20. The gold hollow was the most expensive, and I think it was at $34. It was insane.
So putting that into perspective, the Mac Jones blue press proof goes for what, over $60 currently?
If it raw, at least.
So and
his base rookie from on Russ is going for 30.
Yeah, they're 8-4 right now. I mean, they're playoff bound.
Yeah, so you're picking up like the number one pick at like literally a quarter of the price of the 5th overall quarterback, which is pretty stellar.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's.
I mean,
is he 21 years old right now? 20.
Lawrence is going to be a stud.
I agree.
It's just, how long is it going to take?
That is the dopest thing ever, Grunt Dad. Like, I just want to hang out with LeVar Ball for a day.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, he's a personality for sure. I mean, he plays his role. You know what I mean? He stirs the pot, and in 2021, that is unfortunately what sells and brings attention. You know, look no further than TikTok and YouTube Shorts for how long people's attention spans are. You know, you rarely see a video that lasts 25 minutes with, 8 million views, 5 million views. It'll have 200K at the most, and it can be an interview with one of the most interesting people. But people, and it's no knock on people. I get it. Everybody's busy these days, but quick, short, controversial things are what brings attention these days. And LeVar Ball is a perfect example of that, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
He, when he said his son's going to be greater than Kobe Bryant, I mean, let's get real. You know what I mean? You can't take that seriously.
Dude, he said he could beat Michael one-on-one.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Probably not even today.
And last I heard, he is
housed. Yeah. So, Marty, are you done saying what you picked up, or Paul, do you want to go?
I'm good.
I promised it last week, and I came through. I picked up a boxing lot. Most of them are from this 1991 Players International. This is, I got a stack. This is, $15, $20 cards. But out of that lot, I picked out some, good stuff to show up. I got a couple of these Roberto Durans. This was from the Jay and Brantley set. So a couple of those. 3 Marvin Haglers, 8 8s and 2 9s. Sugar Ray. So Mr. Buster Douglas. So then a couple of Michael Moores. Then also too, these came from the sports Smithsonian. Got a Joe Namath and a Bill Russell out of that one too. But the coolest thing that came from that is this 1979. You guys remember these? We used to have these in the libraries. They told you about like different sports and different people. This is a one. And that's it's just a 5. So
Mama has a sealed pack of those.
what's that?
Hip Flip and Mama has a sealed pack of those.
Oh, really? Yeah. So these, but I don't know. I was just really excited when I saw this lot come up on a not eBay, but on another auction site, and not too happy about what they charged me for shipping. But as far as the lot that I bought, I'm pretty stoked on it. So
Boxing underrated.
yeah, I mean they're all graded. They're all old. Look, they're all the old PSA slabs. I mean, they've been graded for a while, and then also too. This series here, this is the J.M. Brantleys. Only 114 of these cards got graded. Like, it's like a set of 9. So there's only 114 of these graded. So that's
nice.
another, like, each one of these has a very, very low pop on them. So I was just super excited about that lot.
That's awesome.
I love that kind of stuff too, man.
Well, the other thing too is, like I've been saying too, like if you know what buy rights are, Anthony probably knows what buy rights are, but what they are is pay-per-view buys, people who are buying pay-per-views, watching pay-per-views. Boxing's been really low. It's starting to tick up. So the popularity of boxing is starting to come back around. I'm assuming most of us are in our 40s, 50s or so, but we remember, like as kids, like, boxing on Saturday nights and Friday nights, HBO, Showtime, that was like a big thing. And then boxing just went away.
Tuesday nights on ESPN.
But I think boxing is starting to make a slow uptick up to back into popularity. And this lot came up, and I jumped all over it. So I was pretty happy with this lot. I got a few stuff from my LCS. They had a Black Friday sale. Kind of some highlights there. That's for you, Anthony. I thought of you. Tommaso Ciampa rookie card. So I thought of you on that. And then a Garnett rookie. And then a Shaq rookie. So, and then there's some oddball stuff to pay, but the guy had half price. His whole store was half price on cards, not boxes, because that would have been awesome. But no, all of his cards are half price in his bargain bin. So, just a little bit of pickup stuff this week.
Nice,
awesome, man.
I've been on baseball here lately. A lot of time I try to hit football. A couple months after the Super Bowl, and right now I just feel like it's a really good time for baseball. And one team that impressed me the most in the playoffs were the Rays. I just think they're an extremely young team. Wander Franco, Randy Arozarena. I think they just have a solid bullpen, a solid rotation. And I think over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years that I don't remember who it was, but I was watching a show and the guy that was being interviewed was a scout. And he was saying that they use a point system. It's similar to WAR. But in the minor leagues, it's not called WAR. But he was talking about some of the great players that have come through lately and like what they've scored. And I want to say, like, Shohei was like a 1, which I know he was in the minors, but they use the same statistics. Is he from Japan?
Japan, yeah.
Japan. So use the same statistics in the Japanese league or wherever, whatever league he was playing in. He was like a 165. Trout was like a 170, 175, and Wander Franco scored a 210. So it was just, man. So I just think that they have this young nucleus there, especially in hitting, and they just have solid pitching. But they impressed me the most. So I've been picking up Wander Franco and Randy Arozarena here lately. I just got this on an eBay auction. Shout out to DC Sports Cards was the auction site, but it's not a rookie. It's a second year on card future stars. Randy Arozarena 9.5. Picked this thing up for $56. And I just thought, man, people are asking 120 for the raw cards on eBay. Buy it now, and I got graded for 56. I did not pick this up within the last week. It was actually the last time I was in Pittsburgh. I did a little trade. What was the name of that shop, Anthony and Marty, Anthony, you and I went that day? Sports cards, etc. So shout out to them. I did I traded about. What's up?
I was shouting out Chris, the owner. He's a great human being.
Yeah, dude, so cool. So I did. I think it was like 900 or right around $1,000 in trade with him. And it'd take me a while to find them, but I got a Brock Lesnar numbered to 20 on card auto. I'm a big UFC fan more than I like wrestling, but I really grew to like Brock in the UFC. Not so much the way that he carried himself, but I just think he's a iconic figure that will be remembered for a long time. But I picked up an on-card auto of him, and then I picked up this on-card Frank Thomas It's the Topps rookie history on card auto Gem Mint 10 from PSA. I picked that thing up. I want to say he had it stickered at like $250, and I got it for $225. It was somewhere right around $200, which I love Big Hurt. My dad took my brother and I every year to spring training, which is why baseball is probably my favorite sport. Not my favorite to watch, but my favorite to collect. I probably have more baseball than anything else. Picked up 2 Chris Bryant PSA 10s off of CompC. I got these both for $60, 30 a piece. They're both graded 10. They're his both same card, both rookies, PSA 10s, right around $30 a piece on those. And then lastly, another, like, I don't know if Devers, his rookie is 2018, so he's a young guy, I guess, still. But Rafael Devers 9.5 Topps Chrome, not a refractor, but I think I got this thing for like $40.
Alan loves
Devers. So that's just a few things I've picked up here lately. I just think baseball's underpriced, and there's some great NBA deals out there right now too. And it's mid-season, or not mid-season, but they're in the season. And I've seen some NBA price. Marty and I were talking, and I guess Marty's not here right now, but we talked about.
No, I'm here. It's dark outside.
I got you. Do you want tell them about? Did you already talk about Trey? What we talked about before?
I touched more on Trevor, but man, Trey Young's market, I don't know what happened there. I just picked up a CSG 9 of his optic rated rookie for I think it was under $19.
That's so
Yeah,
good.
it was like 18 something, I believe. That's insane.
I know I
dude.
sent you a picture when I got it because I just couldn't believe it.
He's so good.
It's worth more than that raw.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the thing that blows my mind. So people that sell like new company stuff, like, or just like lesser known company stuff at auction, like you're just asking to give your stuff away cheaper than raw. Like you need to put that stuff up like buy or now best. And that Trey Young is like a great example. Like getting that in a 9 cheaper than what you can get something raw is like phenomenal value.
I felt the same way about that at Rosarena. I mean, $56, and DC Sports Card is consignment, so somebody had to pay a percentage of that sale. I bet they're just pissed. It was 30 to grade it. It sold for 56. Say 10%. That's roughly $6. They got 36 plus what they got in the card, and it was they're gonna walk with like $18 for that card. Yeah, taking off the grading, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I'll buy them all day long. I mean, honestly, if I get my hand, I'd take 20 of them right now. I just him and Wander, which I have picked up some Wander, but it hadn't been recently. I bought it before last season, but I'd like to get my hands on more. So those are the 2 guys I'm hunting right now. But now that Chef's talking about Trey Young, I mean, I know Luka has all this hype and everything, and Luka may very well be the better overall basketball player. But man, Trey Young's so young; it's just hard to say what he's gonna do. I mean, could he have a better statistical career than Luka? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't see why not. But time will tell. I just think when you compare the 2 in prices, like Marty said, if you can pick Trey Young up at 30% of Luka, is Luka 70% better than Trey Young? Maybe.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
Ain't that much better.
Yeah. I agree. There's always deals.
A big shout out to my man Blaze McCoy. Appreciate you being here, brother.
What's up, man?
What's up, Blaze?
I probably shouldn't even get into this, Hans, but I'm going to give away a little bit of my secrets for eBay.
Oh,
there's 2. It's the simplest thing in the world, but early mornings and late nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Seriously, if you're going on eBay around 8:00 Eastern, like right now, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're going to pay the highest possible price.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I got some of the best deals I've ever gotten. I picked up it was an SGC 8.5. It was a Luka Doncic rookie Kings, but it was the orange one out of 125, and I barely paid $100 for it.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
And they say
but that was
8.5 is your average raw card. I mean, that's like the 8.5 is like what an average raw card is. So if you get, yeah, dude, it's a number to 125. That's crazy.
That's a good point, Grunt Dad. Yeah, I mean that's a real thing with these baked in prices. Like I was in such a rush The year LeBron won the championship the first time with the Lakers, or it might even, that year, I believe. And I was like, man, I got to get his rookie before he wins the championship. I got to get his rookie before he wins the championship. It's like the height of the pandemic, like August, I think. I finally pulled the trigger on a LeBron rookie. And honestly, right now, the BGS 8.5 I got, you can still get a PSA 9 cheaper today. And that's after he won a championship. So it's
in your defense, anything you bought in August in 2020, everyone's gotten crushed on. There's nothing that's profited since then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Kobe market, the MJ market, the LeBron market, all the big name guys at every Trout, all those guys are down 40 to 60%. I mean, it was just the height. You know, the stimulus money was coming out, and there was just a lot of factors. I know a lot of money came over from the stock market because people wanted tangibles. You know, it just is what it is. Don't feel bad. I mean, I'm not to say this to brag, but I bet I spent $40,000 in 2020 on sports cards. I mean, that's how much I believe in the market. Yeah, they're down tremendously right now. I mean, if I sold my collection and say my collection's worth 30 or 40, I might get 20, maybe. You know what I mean? It's like, that's a maybe. It might be 17, might be 16. So, but I believe in this hobby long-term enough that I think I bought the right players. I mixed in enough vintage that, you know, there's enough like Mantle, there's enough MJ in there that like what's out there is out there. There's no more coming out from 1962. Nothing more coming out from 1965. So I think I was smart, and in the long run, and you know, worst comes to worst, I've got 3 kids, man. God bless them when I'm in the dirt. You know what I mean? Hopefully, hopefully it'll be at least worth what I paid. So
my kids are under instructions that if I die, don't sell my cards. Bury them with me.
What a jerk.
No, give them all to Uncle Anthony.
Yeah,
you know the deal. You get mine if I die, and then I get yours if you die.
What am I going to do?
I think you need to get that in writing.
What are you going to cherish them? You mean you don't want to wake up next to this every morning?
That's great.
I mean, that's the way I like to wake up. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Your calves are literally worth tens of dollars.
Yeah, they really are. I think you spent a whole 30 on that one of one.
Yeah, it was under, man.
Yeah. It
might have been like 27, 28, somewhere in that range.
Speaking of over-unders, let's get into tonight's game, boys, shall we?
We shall.
Here's the predictions. We got a split panel tonight, guys. Normally, I think the closest we've come is week 1 when Paul picked a different team than us. But
no, we'll pick. This is the first week we've all gone the opposite.
Yep. So we got myself, Alan, and Chef Martete all picking Washington this evening, and Paul and Drew both going with the Seahawks. So will be interesting. If it does go this way, then Paul can then again tie with us for the lead. So that would definitely be a benefit for the Seahawks winning this evening. It looks like I have the least faith in an offensive game. Like I'm calling 17-14. It's going to be a fight to the end. Gonna say mainly a defensive battle. That's just based on Russell Wilson's health, hoping that he's coming back and he's healthy. But I'm just thinking that they'll take it easy with him in the beginning and probably not risk him getting re-injured. So that's why I'm going 17-14 Washington.
I am going with 31-20 Seattle. I'm going to call that Russell Wilson hits 300 in passing tonight. I know it's his first game back from an injury, but the guy's a true veteran. The reason I'm going 31-20 Seattle is I heard a guy's video who I liked his take on this game. I watched it on Friday, and he was saying that traditionally when West Coast teams fly to the East Coast and kind of lose that 3 hours, their bodies are in peak time. So the game's 8:15, it's 5:15 to them, and their bodies are just more awake, more energized. It's probably something stupid and cheesy and really doesn't matter that much. But I liked his take on it. There's a lot more to it that I don't have time for. But I have not much faith. I thought Washington would have the best defense in the league this year, but not much faith in it. So that's why I went with such a high score. Big game for Russell Wilson and a bad game for Washington D. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to go the opposite of you, Drew.
Yes, sir.
I think it'd be a dominant game for the Skins D because I don't even know if I could name one player at this point on the Seahawks offensive line.
That's true.
They're not exactly
I
crushing.
think that's the line, Marty. Your boy Pine's on the line, isn't he? Or does he play for the Lions or something?
That's the line, man.
Did you say Pine?
Pine.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, I mean, I think that Washington's D line is just they have too many parts, and I especially in the middle of that D line. I mean, with Deron Payne and Jonathan Alman, like they have some real beef in the middle of that line, and I just don't think that the interior of that line for Seattle is going to hold up.
Yeah,
I think this may be the game that makes Wilson decide, screw this, I don't want to be a Seahawk next year.
Man, I'd love for him to go somewhere like competitive. And man, I mean, it was so exciting to watch them back when they played the Patriots in that Super Bowl. They were just an electric team. And yeah, it does feel like they've kind of fizzled out this year for sure.
He would look wonderful in a black and gold jersey next year. That's all I'm saying.
I was thinking that same thing.
Yep. You guys would take.
You guys are getting Aaron Rodgers.
I would love to get Aaron Rodgers.
I'd be cool with that.
Either one. Yeah, either one.
Oh, anyone's an upgrade over Mason Rudolph. We could pick a random guy off the street and I'd have more faith.
Anthony, why did you go 21-10?
I think that was Allen's score. I went 17-14.
17-14.
I just thought it was going to be like a little bit tighter of a game, like a defensive type matchup.
Yeah.
Lower scoring.
Well, we had that dud last night. Hopefully this one will be a little more exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, we've gone a little over our hour mark. I like to try to get everybody out before Monday Night Football. Anything you guys want to share before we get rocking and rolling and end this episode?
Somebody's asking if there's if Metcalf is playing. Does anybody know if Metcalf?
Yeah, I was just looking at that because he's on my fantasy. It said he was a full practice on Friday, so they expect him to play.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything to add other than we talked about those giveaways. So how do you want to handle that?
So here's what we'll do, guys. After we end this, leave a comment on this video. That's how we'll do a raffle for the TGT hat. And then also I will get a link to Drew's channel and I'll drop it in the chat for you guys. Leave a comment on his most recent video. And he'll give away that Joe Burrow acetate card for you guys as well.
I can grab it real quick.
And we can actually call those live on the show next week, so that way you guys see live who wins the hat and the card.
Yeah, we can do a randomizer for sure.
And then somebody gets that belch on top of it. That's just extra.
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
Guys, I'm feeling.
I've been chugging Izzy's for the last 2 hours.
Next, what we'll do in the comments for this video, if anyone gets the final score 100% accurate, I'm gonna drop this Gem Mint 10 Jerry Jeudy rookie.
Nice.
Numbered. Pretty sure it's numbered
125, I think.
Yeah, 96, 98 out of 125.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Boom.
So I'm going to drop the link to Slab It Up's last video. That's how you'll enter for the Joe Burrow.
Oh, that's my channel. My bad.
No worries, man. So the one I dropped is to his. That way we'll be able to keep you on the same. I mean, if they do it on a different video, we'll still count it.
Yeah, I get the alert. I get the emails and alerts. So yeah,
let's figure it out.
We'll randomize it next week for sure. Like we'll do it on the show.
Yep. Got hip flipping mama in the house. What is up?
What's up, mama?
What's up?
She loves us all.
Anthony, what's up?
She loves me the mostest.
God.
Oh, we got a kitty cat in the house. What's the kitty's name, Drew?
This is Cher, like the singer. Yeah, I got Cher, and the other one's Callie. It's two sisters. They're let's see, they're about right around 5 months old right now. And
Oh,
man, they're something else, man. Through this pandemic, they've been they keep me going. I mean, I got 3 kids too, but I live by myself. But the 2 cats, man, it's just life's just better with pets, man.
Oh, absolutely. So I guess the real question is, do you believe in life after love?
I can feel something inside me say, I really
Yeah.
don't think you're strong enough.
No.
I hate that song for personal reasons.
Yeah. It's
I'll
like,
give you
it's like
the
opera
short-
singing with
Chef
techno.
Marche loves that song for
the
personal.
short version of why I despise that song is when I got out of high school, I was roommates with this lesbian woman, and I always knew when she broke up with her current girlfriend because she would play that song on repeat all night long. So I hate that song.
That's the song Marty puts on repeat, and he tucks it and looks in the mirror and dances.
Is that what happens before you
I
come
thought that was
out?
Goodbye Horses.
What is it? Did you say is that what happens before what?
I was like, is that how Marty rolls when you're on the way into Pittsburgh? Or on
Oh
the
no,
way?
he waits for me.
Yeah.
I record it. It goes in the bank. All right. That's enough. All
On
right.
that cue, boys.
Just
We'll call
kidding.
this an episode. Definitely appreciate everyone joining us this evening. Make sure you subscribe to Slab It Up. Make sure you subscribe to Gate City Paul. Make sure you go follow Marty over on IG because he likes to post pictures of the sexy cards he buys on eBay and other places.
And selfies
Yeah, and
in the mirror.
he might slide in your DMs with some inappropriate stuff from time to time. So you might actually want to watch following him on IG.
I make no promises.
Be in front of the fireplace on my bearskin rug.
That's awesome. Hey,
All
thank
right.
you guys. Thank you for having me tonight. I appreciate it. I had a great time. Look forward to doing it again.
Again, we appreciate everyone. We do this every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you come out. Leave some comments down below of any topics you want us to talk about next week because there's really nothing off limits.
Yep. And put your score predictions down there. Is that you want them in the comments, Marty?
Yeah, put the score prediction in. Let's just say if you hit it, and we'll run this. If no one hits it this week, I'll run it back. But if somebody hits the score perfectly, I'm going to drop you that Judy among maybe some other fun stuff too.
Yeah, I'll add to it. If nobody hits it this week, we'll just keep adding stuff and piling it up till somebody.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds awesome.
Drew sent some really nice cards to the office you could include.
Oh yeah, those are decorations now. And they haven't been graded yet, or
not yet. But I know Alan says he is designing a special label for at least one of them.
That's amazing.
Oh,
so we will see you guys later. Again, make sure you leave those comments down below so you can be entered in those 3 giveaways. And until next week, guys, take it easy, and we'll see you later.
From the city is